Hi everyone, Schoolhouse Intuitive. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm here for a weekly reading. This is going to be for the Libra Collective. So any placement of Libra, Libra Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, any placement of Libra, we're going to get you some cards. This is for around the week of the 10th to the 16th of February, all right? We have a lot going on astrologically. And you have Swan. So elegance, love, union, grace, devotion, your dignity. This is about not letting others ruffle your feathers and staying graceful under pressure. You also have the nice calm energy of the koala. Again, a very gentle energy here, just like the swan. This is about everything happening for a reason and accepting the universal plan for you. So mindful movement. Speaking of mindful movement, we have this panther here. Now, they move with grace, just like the swan, and careful. So this is very calculated. Could be facing a challenge, but this is about you moving forward confidently and taking on the challenge to face something that you fear, or your fears in general, something that could be holding you back. And then you have the blue booby. This is indecision. All right, so feeling maybe as though things are very complex, either with your inner or outer world. And indecision is the enemy of progress, it says. It will only let opportunities slip by. So I definitely have some questions for Spirit as far as how to, free ourselves from any sort of stuck energy. So we'll look into sort of blessings, blocks, and advice for the week. All right, first card out. This is the This Might Hurt Tarot. And this deck was a Maruka X. This is the spelling. And that was some animal deck they have. Animal spirit, maybe. Okay, so we have the Two of Cups. And, healing. I feel as though there is still some healing to do. This can also, I'm not taking all of those, that's too many. This can also have to do with needing to start over, reposition yourself for something. It could also be feeling as though you're kind of doing something alone, but then I do get this partnership energy, and I'm getting this sort of, it's going to take a lot of bravery maybe to step forward and maybe out of the lines. Maybe you're coloring out of the lines, so to speak, with something, or maybe you always have been. Also with the Two of Cups, this could be some sort of proposal, something to do with a relationship even. Maybe you're keeping your calm despite what's going on in a relationship. You have the Four of Pentacles. So the Four of Pentacles is really sort of, it's kind of, I don't want to say opposite, but it's definitely a different energy than the Two of Cups. And this is why we always draw a variety of cards, right? So this could be something about feeling like you have to hold on. Maybe you're holding on to this relationship, or maybe there's a bit of needing to heal something a bit more, or get a new perspective on something before you're able to really let something go or move forward. I'm getting kind of Ace of Wands energy and Ace of Swords, like wanting to get that clarity and inspiration in order to move forward. So there's something here already about finding a direction, getting some, okay. And then we have Justice here. And I said getting some, and then I pulled the card Justice. So balance here. This can have to do with the truth being revealed. It's certainly Libra energy. This can also have to do with that fine balance of what does Libra want for themselves and what does Libra feel sort of obligated to. Like, do you have enough energy and time? Like, what's going to get you clear into this place of where you can be more fearless and move forward confidently, like with the Panther, and not have that sort of, you could just get a lot of information coming in at once, or you could feel as though you have a lot of responsibilities at one time and kind of not knowing which way to go. Here is I said I was getting Ace of Swords. Well, the Justice card holds the Ace of Swords. So let's see. I'm feeling as though there's something about using some caution here. 2, 4, 11. Okay, so two, that's 8. That's Strength card. I'm adding the numbers up and getting a number. So that would be Strength card, Leo, Lion energy here when it comes to your dreams. Yeah, like you're really going to have to probably go outside of your comfort zone. this person is, again, this is another card of balance. So the Justice card and the Star card both have to do with balance, as well as the Two of Cups. And it also has to do with healing. Now, it may not seem it, you may not hear this usually, but the Four of Pentacles is also a card of alignment and balance. You'll see the weight is balanced. They're in alignment here. Things are lining up. I get the same energy throughout these four cards. The Star and the Two of Cups, very healing energy, if I didn't already say that. There's something here about like taking your share of the spotlight. Maybe you've been putting your goals and dreams on the back burner or the side burner, or whatever burner you want to choose. But it's, maybe kind of putting your own things on hold. You may even be putting your own exercise on hold, or just, I get, for some of you, needing to really organize your day. Daily habits is coming in, like really making sure that you're not letting things pile up on you, and that you're taking good care of yourself, and that you're tuning into your higher wisdom, that you're having those quiet moments. We've been talking about this for a while now on both channels, that we have to make time to hear not only what our guides are saying, but ourselves. What are we really feeling? What are we really saying? I feel as though when we get messages, or when we have symptoms of certain things, physical or mental or whatever, sometimes that can certainly be an indicator of a larger problem, not just physically though. It could be, again, maybe not feeling connected socially, or it could be for a variety of different reasons. Maybe not feeling as though you're really supported in a spiritual way, even, or with regard to even just self-care in general. So there is something here about like getting what you need in order to, really have the Justice and the Star energy. So with the Star, that can be hope, that can be rebuilding, rejuvenation. And I do feel it is also connected to clarity and balance. And so is that Justice card. Clarity and balance, cause and effect, holding yourself with high regard. It's a truth coming out. It is a truth coming out. And it could be that you're realizing that maybe the way things are going right now, you're not being able to maintain that for much longer. Or maybe you've already reached that point as you've come to this reading where you really need to turn inward and allow yourself that space, that time, and that self-love to take care of yourself. And self-care is not selfish, by the way. All right, let's see what else we have. I love that we have Justice right in the middle. And then, what fell, which I don't think you could see because of the camera view, but what did fall is the Temperance card. Underneath it, the Five of Cups. Interestingly enough, that's what we have underneath this blue booby bird energy. And this again was about like indecision being the enemy of progress, and having something really kind of holding you back here, maybe with that Five of Cups. So there could be some more emotional clearing that you need to do, or energetic clearing that you need to do. That's Sagittarius energy. This was Aquarius. As I said, that's Libra, and the Five of Cups. Now, what's interesting with this deck, the Five of Cups, see that there's almost like a flames, igniting over the cups. And I feel as though a loss can actually, something that maybe moved out of your life that you're clearing out, is actually leading to not one, but two opportunities. We have this kind of question mark too over this reading that's up in the air. I feel as though maybe you're wondering, like, if something is coming in. I feel as though maybe you get a sense there is, or you're feeling the energy shift, but maybe you're not yet seeing indication of it. That can be part of this energy. Again, Temperance having to do with balance and healing, just as though I was pointing out with these other four cards, that, but we do have to cross, there's a hurdle maybe that needs to be like overcome. And I feel as though too, for some of you, limiting information that's coming in could be helpful. You may just have like just a lot of talk right now, a lot of information coming at you, and it's muddying the waters, if you will. But these waters appear clear, but this one doesn't. It's not as clear. So I feel as though this is like, this information may be overload, or not knowing where you stand with something could be what is getting in the way and not allowing these opportunities to meet you. Another challenge is fear holding us back. Another challenge is putting too much pressure on ourselves or even spirit to provide these blessings that we may be trying to ask for or calling in anyway. All right. So with temperance too, that is always, not always, but a lot of the time it has to do with a middle path, moderation, patience, uh, self-control, even amongst chaos, right in the middle of it. And they're giving me, they're pointing me to this bridge, and this bridge being really important. Again, it's like a hurdle to cross. We can look at it as a stumbling block or a stepping stone. And I feel for a lot of you, this is that conscious choice of really moving yourself forward and really putting yourself on the path, even though it may not be easy, putting yourself on a path that will absolutely lead you where you want to be. Let's see what else we have though from tarot. Okay, what else? Five of Swords, right? This is, again, something that is like, really what I'm getting is you coming up with a strategy that's going to work for you, coming up with that strategy. Because a lot of people look at this, well, the Five of Swords can be sort of winning at all costs, or getting something at all costs. And I feel like don't jeopardize your own morals, values, integrity, or even your health. And I just heard finances as well. Like, we don't want to be doing things that we're really we're having to change ourselves, or we're not living by our own standards anymore in order to have that one thing, or in order to, for some people, even show off, or like it can have to do with ego sometimes, this card. You'll notice we have double fives now from the minor arcana, and that's can be change, it can be challenge, but it can also it's not always change is not necessarily bad, right? Sometimes we need the change in order to have that satisfaction and fulfillment. Like, think, Nine of Cups. In order to have that, we do have to go through the Five of Cups, the Six, the Seven, the Eight, in order to get to that Nine and that wish fulfillment. Five of Swords too, I'm getting, again, sort of like people talking, or you could have something come up from the past even that's replaying in your head, or this sort of emptiness. You'll notice the abandoned buildings here, the abandoned buildings in the background. And I mean, I'm getting a word like, feeling devastated. Like there could have been some sort of devastation, but I am getting that you've been working hard at this challenge. You can see these people are wearing their work boots here. And you've had to go about, for some of you, I'm getting the word precision. You've had to go about something with precision. And that totally aligns with the Panther here, of having to, really, again, fearlessly, like, consider next movements, and be calculating. And there's nothing wrong with having a strategy. The Five of Swords can sometimes gets bad reputation as being this like evil, conniving energy or whatever, when really it can have to do with strategy and gameplay and what you're going to do next in something. It can have to do with sneakiness, but planning. We can look at this as a plotting or planning. There's sometimes we do need to plan something. Let's see what else we get though on that Five of Swords, please. Spirits, guides, help us with that Five of Swords, if you would. Thank you so much. Messages for the greatest, highest good of the Libra collective. Thank you. And I have posted your February reading as well as your 2025 reading overall, if you haven't checked those out. Four of Wands. Yes. Okay. So another card of balance, celebration here, achievement. You'll see four bunnies. Now, when you have four bunnies, if you saw four bunnies in your yard, you better bet you have 400, so this is going to be about sort of like the small steps you take are going to actually quickly, like, things will quickly multiply. You'll once you start taking that steps and you're getting that you have that clarity. I do feel that things could, and I've said this before in recent readings, it feels as though we've kind of been, maybe for some of us, like stuck for a while now, or things just not moving forward, or you feel like, hey, as soon as I start, an exercise program, I get sick, or something comes up with my family or whatever it is, and I have a setback. So, but this is about keeping ourselves on track no matter what, because that is going to really help us get out of any sort of stagnant energy. There are other ways to do that too. You can again make sure you're tuning in, giving yourself the time you need in order to uh, do what's best for you, what's healthy for you, tuning into things you love, even listening to, certain types of music can help you raise your frequency, vibration, if you will, and kind of get and position you in a place where you can make the most out of what you do have, and call in future blessings. So 4 and 4, that's good. Again, that's 8. They keep bringing me back to the 8, the strength card. So with the strength card, Leo energy, your power, your courage, your inner strength, you acting with self-respect and conviction, all right, are kind of key right now. And again, having a lot of compassion for your situation and not of others. What else do we have here? I'm going to go to the star card now. Oh, flipped it. Okay, so you have Ace of Swords. Something with regard to your plans and a dream and how you can achieve something does look like it's going to finally like come in. I feel like, but because of the color of the card, it's like again, it hasn't been easy. There seems to have been maybe a lot of tears, and a lot of hard work and a lot of sweat, if you will, in order to achieve something. But it's worth it because this has to do with your total healing, and it's you claiming your dream as your own and how to get there. There's a turning the page energy here. Like you're definitely, I get for some, turning a page in a book that you knew needed to happen. This is a new chapter. Libra has a new chapter coming. And you'll see the start of that, I think, in February. Queen of Cups. Yeah. And I get that a lot of you, you're doing something new, or you're looking into different avenues in order to reach this level of healing, in order to tune into your intuition. All right. I'm definitely getting that with the Queen of, I almost said Sups because I was looking at swords and then cups. Queen of Sups. All right. So they're talking to me about bracelet, like I'm being pointed to excuse me, the bracelets. This is randomly specific as the messages are. In other words, they're specific to someone, and they just come in. So, but this can have to do with jewelry made of seashells or other like sea glass or glass from water in general, like river, or something. But and there is something too here about, like when that glass falls into the water, it's very sharp and jagged, but over time and trials and tribulations, being tossed and turned and bashed against rocks and whatever, it can turn into this lovely like stone that you can then actually use for something. So it is something about the path not being easy necessarily, but out of it comes something beautiful. So that'll vary depending on who you are, or it will vary. But I do feel it has to do more with this. It does have to do with this dream because we're on top of the star here, and on top of the Temperance card with this Queen of Cups. And I'm getting too, like there's something here though that things have to be balanced though, and we have to get grounded. You'll notice they're very grounded here. The Justice card, coming back to that for a second, they're giving me like it's almost like as soon as you start to turn in one direction, you get like a new piece of information or a new truth could be revealed. There's just something there about that, almost like where, like I said, with the exercise program, you finally think you're on the right track with something, and then, oh, boom, something else comes in. But I'm not really, I'm not seeing that as something this time or right now as being a bad thing. Because again, this is such a big card of direction, and on top of the star card, it's like or even truth, like some sort of truth or clarity comes in, and you're that much closer to that hope, that promise of the star card. Be mindful of your thoughts, and like because like thoughts can lead to feelings, and then the feelings can kind of put you in this energy where maybe the thoughts were complete rubbish and they just came in out of nowhere. That's how thoughts can be sometimes. They just kind of come out of nowhere, right? So don't believe everything you think, basically, because it can really have, an effect on you as far as fear, really, honestly. Let's not talk ourselves out of things that could be wonderful for us. And sometimes we don't know until we try, right? Queen of Cups, water sign energy, air with the swords. You have a good mix here of everybody on the table as far as the elements, because you do have, you have a pentacle there too. But you could feel as though either your energy is flighty or somebody else's right now, just sort of like changing with the wind. Um, Again, being pulled in different directions. Um, with the Queen of Cups, it's like you're going to like what you see. And also, there's something, again, there's just this big element of this big focus on, you know, being really like proud of your reflection, of who's looking back at you, and also being able to look back at yourself, and to this time period and be like, yeah, I did it. Like, this could be a very pivotal moment in your life. I will say that again. Right now, there could be a very pivotal moment in your life that could really put you on a whole new cycle that lasts many years in a positive direction, though. That's what I'm feeling. Some of that I feel is influenced by what I do know of the astrology happening right now. And I don't get into that really on this channel, but I do know, for example, like with Jupiter finally going direct, I believe on the 23rd, maybe sooner. And then we have like Mars at some point going direct. And we have, like, I'm not an astrologer, so don't quote me on this, but we have things that have been sort of in retrograde, or it just not really where they're most helpful for Libra sun or rising. And now they're turning, so we will have, like, I think we have Venus in our like over us basically all of February. So this is, maybe some of you will meet a new partner or just be in line with a situation that you'll love. When you have Venus over you, it's like that's a great energy. We're ruled by Venus, and it's the beauty of, the planet of love and harmony and beauty. It's a peaceful energy. So things could start feeling a little calmer for you as you start out being with the swan and the koala. And these are all just my intuitive feelings, of course. You do what's best for you, as I always say. But it's feeling better, with the energies shifting the way they are planetarily. And I do want to talk more about the Five of Cups. I'm not, yeah, I mean, we'll get into it. You might have to, there's sort of this deep healing work that you may find yourself drawn to, or new educational undertakings that you are looking into. Maybe you've always wanted to study shamanism, or you've always wanted to become Reiki attuned or something, or you wanted to do more with your art, or maybe you play the flute, or there's just all these different things that I feel as though you have to know that you do have a lot to offer. Okay, I'm hearing that right now. I'm getting a name that ends with "een." Een, has "een" in it. Oh, what else? I'm getting a name that has like double S, and then maybe an LA even, or you have a name that has a double S and you're in LA, or there's something there. Um, Schroeder, Schaefer, Sherman, could even be Shelley. So I'm getting those as well. And there's something about like your last paycheck. I don't know if you're getting your last paycheck, or if there was something, like, go back and look and make sure your last paycheck was right, no matter what your name is. That has nothing to do with the names now, I don't think, but something about that, because you want to make sure that your paycheck's right. Like, maybe some of you started a new year and you're supposed to be getting a raise and you notice it's like not on there. Or maybe I'm picking up on the fact that your check was wrong, and I'm just picking up on your energy, having noticed it. So, and then you have the Knight of Wands. Yeah, from the Five of Cups, we go to the Knight of Wands. I love seeing that because this is that, again, once you do this healing work, it's like then doors open, you know? And some of you, you've already done this work. Some of you, it's just that things need to align, you know, in the cosmos, maybe, you know, or just in general, or with other people's energies, because they're involved too, maybe. Things need to sort of align for them to come in at just the right time for you. So it can have, I'm never trying to like point the finger at you like, well, you have to do more healing work and do more and do more and do more. For some of us, yes, that's the case. We do want to or need to, you know, we know deep down that we want to open our intuition more, or we want to kind of you know, maybe have our chakras balanced or something, you know, or we know that we have to do some ritualistic clearing of energy in our home, or however that looks for you, like with sage or whatever, or Palo Santo, or however you do that. But even they're saying that like pay attention to your jewelry. If you are wearing jewelry and that may also need to be just sort of cleansed. And so there's a very um, it's like paying attention really to your immediate environment, like in your home, your jewelry, your things you touch every day. Maybe your office, you need to clear some energy there, maybe, or have someone do it for you, or just all you have to do too is set the intention of that, right? And really believe in it. There's so much that you can do without any formal training, just by um, setting the intention and believing. And believing is part of it. And just because it doesn't happen right away doesn't mean it isn't, right? Now, the Knight of Wands, with the Knight of Wands, it is one of the fastest moving knights in the deck. And it's so that has to do with action, adventure, you know, that free spirited, fearless energy. And I love seeing this because this is where it was like, again, not letting opportunities pass you by, and they're not when the Knight of Wands is on the table here on top of the Five of Cups. So I see solutions coming in. Again, I see this as sort of a pivotal month for you. I know it's a weekly reading, but I'm seeing February as a turning point. So this is really a turning point. I would love to see the Wheel of Fortune as like an exclamation point to my statement there. Um, the Eight of Cups, there it is though, walking away. The Eight of Cups is, hey, I'll take it, because again, that's like heading in a new direction that maybe you don't know what's on the other side, but you're going anyway. You know, you're gonna go anyway. So this could be like a spiritual thirst for knowledge, or retreating in some way. Maybe you're recalling your energy back from situations and people that just were not, that you don't want to be connected to anymore. So this is withdrawal, you know, moving on. You're moving on, you know. And it reminds me of the Fool card with the backpack here, and the, you know, traveling lightly but being prepared, you know, with the boots here, you know, being prepared for whatever comes your way, and knowing that you can handle whatever comes your way, as you always have. Okay, let's see what else we have. Hmm. I'm getting light bulb moment. There is, again, when you have Ace of Swords and you have Justice, which we haven't even gone into fully yet, there can certainly be an aha light bulb moment. And even with the Star card, you have the Nine of Cups. This is about your wish fulfillment, and I do feel that is overseeing the whole reading. But again, it's doing that work too. So, you know, nothing's really just handed to us in life generally, right? But this is about you having the tools, and it's actually good if it's not handed, because then you develop those tools and skills, and that tenacity that's sometimes needed. I'm getting the name Rebecca. I just had to mention it. It could even be spelled differently, like Rebekah or something with a K or an AH, or there's just a different. It's not necessarily just the typical Rebecca. I heard Rebecca, so it could be any Rebecca, but then I also saw it spelled in a unique way. Um, If that is your name, I do feel as though you have an Ace of Cups coming in. So, something that it's like, think of it as sort of an emotional wellspring, if you will. Okay, something like to that, or something with your intuition. It could even be a new baby having to do with someone with that name. Just new feelings, a new relationship. So that's coming in too. With the Nine of Cups, I want to go back to that and just mention the the connection to good health that I get from this card. This person is calm with ease. Now, I mean, you've probably heard this before, but disease is dis-ease. So it is important for us to be in or at ease in order to be healthy and free of disease. And, I feel, and, I think a lot of people who watch tarot and other, acts of divination are spiritual people. And we know that we cannot separate body, mind, spirit, soul, right? We can't, it's the all one. So, you know, our stress, I mean, it's been proven time and time again, stress causes illness. It can, it can lead to things. It's unhealthy to be under too much stress. So some of you might have to make a tough decision. Go out on your own. I'm actually getting another message too about an ice cream stand, or maybe you loved ice cream, or you're someone who passed on even ice cream, but um, maybe you've wanted to do something with food, desserts in particular, and or maybe someone in spirit, like an older, like a grandparent or father figure or something. Um, that was what they did, or it was their dream, and I'm getting like a go for it, go for it. And sometimes we can appear as though we're backed into a corner, but we're not. They're giving me that message too for this card, um, that sometimes things are not as they seem, and that you can take something that appears like it's going nowhere, and you can make it go somewhere. Because they're showing me a boat that's turning into the Six of Swords and moving on, and moving to um, you know brighter days ahead, relocating, leaving again something like emotional baggage behind, unresolved issues resolved. You're sculpting your own possibilities here. You here in this card, Libra, you're crafting your own Ace of Cups. What is that Ace of Cups to you? And whether your name's Rebecca or not, I feel as though now that connection's been made, this is an Ace of Cups for everybody. But it's not necessarily just handed to us, like we often see with the Ace of Cups kind of coming out of nowhere. Um, I, you know, again, there's such a shift of energy now after feeling stagnant for some time, moving on, getting unstuck. That's it. You're getting unstuck. There it is. There it is. The Ace of Wands. So now I've picked up on Ace of Cups. You have Ace of Swords. We could say Justice is another Ace of Swords. And now you have this fantastic Ace of Wands. You have that inspiration here. And look how fast that is. That is fast energy. And remember, I was saying you're feeling as though, you're maybe kind of here and there, up and down, not that clear. Well, here we have the windmills in the background, and it's like I was saying, feeling as though you're shifting with the wind, or someone around you, their energy or their mood or whatever is shifting with the wind, or your decision in your mind is shifting. But this is about that confidence now, having that confidence, that enthusiasm, that inspiration to go and create something, create it. I'm getting our nothing stops at Queen of Wands energy right now. I'm feeling Queen of Wands, you know. Um, for some of you, yeah, this is about a new project, fresh ideas. It could be your desire to do something. It's willpower. It's like sheer willpower. Because you want it, it happens. You create it. You're doing things, you're positioning, you're pivoting when needed, and making necessary adjustments in order to get what it is that you want. It's about time you get what you want, right? Four of Cups here. Again, doing things, because now we have our fourth four, our third four, sorry. Again, shifting that energy. And it's so funny because what do they have? They have that Ace of Cups. Now, as I said, that's being handed to the universe. What I've said though is like, there are, and in this, what's cool about this deck is like they have a unique take. You know deep down what you want, or what that cup needs to be for you to really feel connected or alive or purposeful. Like it could have to do with life purpose even. And I like how they have four different types of cups. Just like here, they have all these different types. They have nine types of cups. And I think what that can symbolize is it, it's going to be different for everybody, and it's really about, are you satisfied, right? Are you satisfied? The Nine of Cups is the happiness card, and the Four of Cups can be considered the, um, like you're self-reflecting, really. And this person needs to look around, when they're done reflecting and things, make sure that we are then looking around and seeing potentially fulfilling opportunities, and making sure that we're not like stuck in a mental loop, or that we're not isolating too much. All right. So the cups can actually, you could look at them as gifts, or your own gifts. Are you using all of your gifts at this time? That's a question to ask ourselves. That could be something that's a block. The gifts themselves are a blessing, you know? Um, yeah. So this person here, again, happiness card, he made all of the cups. Okay. So this is, you know, which comes first, happiness or gratitude? That's what they want you to ask yourself with this card. Gratitude, happiness, happiness, gratitude. Let's be happy with what we have. It can also be a time of accomplishment. When I'm seeing the Four of Wands like we have, and the Ace of Wands with the Nine of Cups, that can be an accomplishment. But a lot of the times it is about simple appreciation, taking that breath in and just celebrating where you are now, and celebrating the fact that you can change your circumstances in some way. Even if you can only change your internal environment, that's a big change, and that's going to shift the energy. So because I know a lot of us, you can't necessarily just up and leave situations, but you can shift your thoughts and emotions and your energy itself. Let's get some info on the Justice card. A little bit of Justice card here, or even the Ace of Wands with any of this here with the Nine of Cups. Okay. Oh, what do you know? There it is. You have the Devil, and then you have the Ace of Cups. Again, are we tying ourselves? I didn't say this yet, actually. Are we tying ourselves to energy that is unhealthy? What unhealthy aspects in your life do you need to get rid of? This Devil card, it can make us feel, as though we're going round and round and we're not getting anywhere. It can be obsession. It can be excess of things. It can be dependency, right? When you're focusing on your own Ace of Cups and you're overcoming this Devil energy, that's when you're in an energy of restoring control, of recovery, of release, of freedom, of independence. And that is when you can enjoy this Ace of Cups. Look at the peace, the dove here. Maybe you connect with doves. And this is going to be a steady stream of something for some of you, a steady stream of something positive. It could be, whatever is important for you. But now, you have, like I said, I was picking up the Ace of Cups, and there it is. You have three aces in your reading here. And it's like, so what this Devil energy is doing? That's not you. Justice is here to overcome this Devil energy, right? Again, with the Justice and you being balanced, you're not affected by this card here. You have to believe in this to be affected by it, and you're not. If if you're doing what you need to do. And I'm getting kind of magician energy, like if you have that focused intention, like what the magician has, that willpower, that desire, that, the resourcefulness, the focus, you can overcome anything. And I can bet you can come up with 3 examples in your life where you overcame something that you thought, I don't know how I'm going to get through this. And I think that's probably why you are clearly, you're spiritual in some way, or you wouldn't be here, and you certainly wouldn't be. How far are we in? 39 minutes, 40 minutes into a reading, right? With the Justice card, clarity, it's integrity, realizing that if I do this, this will likely happen. If I do this, this will happen, and kind of seeing the bigger picture, but not missing a beat, not missing any details. This is it's like spiritual law too, not just law, but spiritual law, truths, universal truths, and getting clear on what those things are and how you'll be affected or won't be affected. The Fool card, I said I was feeling the Fool card energy over here with that 8 of Cups, and then here is the Fool card. And this is a new chapter. It's a new start. That Devil energy is behind you. You're no longer chained. You're no longer stuck. The freedom here of this Ace of Cups and the Fool card. And with Justice, I mean, we have our card here, Justice. That is like solely Libra card. We share Empress with Taurus. Not that we can't share. Sharing, hey, Venus is all about sharing, right? Balance and harmony and peace. But I love seeing the Justice card. In the Fool card, you'll notice there's a bridge in the background there. There is that bridge, and it's as though now you've crossed that bridge. I love that we're closing up the tarot part of the reading. I'll get some oracle cards, but the tarot part of the reading with the Fool card, and the Fool with again the new beginnings, the fresh hope, the spontaneity. Maybe you're not the most experienced at something yet, but again, when that focus and intention is there, and the optimism, you can achieve your dreams. You can achieve anything, and yeah, heading in the right direction. Yeah, heading in the right direction. Let's see if there's anything else with this. Again, having faith, and as I said, traveling lightly. And there's also, there's this little yellow and black bird on their shoulder, and I feel as though a lot of the times birds are messengers, and they also, they live in the sky and the land and the water, so they're kind of all over the place, and have an understanding again that everything is connected. And I do feel as though, please do take care of yourselves on all levels. That is going to be critical, especially in the next few months to come, as your life is sort of getting ready, and shaping into something that is going to be like it'll be like more clear that you're on the right track. I remember when I did the yearly reading for 2025, there was something pivotal about June, July. That's another turning point. And I see with February as this being the start to a series of turning points, that it's like pivotal moments that lead to this grander, massive change for the better for us, for Libras. And for those of you who tune in here in general, you don't have to be Libra Sun. As I always say, it's collective Libra reading. But let's see. Let's see what we talking about self-care and things, and I do want to get cards on this. Is another Maruka X deck. I don't know the name of it. There is no name on it. I have another deck too that I'm going to be using with you, that again, I don't know the name of it, but here are the backs. I really wish they would put names on these, and they don't come in a box. So anyway, I want to get some practical self-care. Maybe that's the name of this or something. No, I don't know actually. Well, anyway, it may be practical self-care, but okay. We have give less F's. All right. This came out in a pre-shuffle. It's so funny. The less you give the happier you will be. Right. And that's about, caring less about, what others are saying. I can't actually put this down yet unless I have something over it. We'll put this over. We'll just put a little crystal there. right? Okay. Let's see what else we have. Okay, so there's some advice from Spirit. 2 more cards fell out. Dream big. Live your dream. Never give up on your dreams. Dare to live the adventure, like that Fool card. And the colors you wear. So use color magic by wearing colors that attract the things you want. Makes me want to get out one of my color decks right now. Let me see. Maybe I'll do that. Let's see here. Never stop the hustle. Start a side hustle. The best way to become your own boss is to start that side hustle. Maybe it's something to do with color. Bottom of the deck, solar plexus chakra. So maybe having to do with your confidence, and the, so you know that being the chakra that has to do with your willpower and your confidence. Maybe that is kind of out of balance. You know, it's in the stomach area, by the way. And if you want to work with crystals, I could recommend citrine, yellow citrine, um, jasper, yellow jasper, tiger's eye, yellow tourmaline, yellow fluorite. Any of the yellows, golds can help with your solar plexus chakra. One more, and then we have start a new hobby. Hey, that hobby you have could lead to a side hustle, right? If there's something that you enjoy doing, do it. And okay, I was going to do one more. All right. Financial goals. So set and reach your financial goals to achieve financial stability. So as you can see, these messages have to do with you making your dreams come true, AKA your abundance, your opportunities. So these are sort of the money messages. And it is about dreaming big, get out of your own way. Don't care so much about what other people think. Yes, you're going to be judged. There's always somebody who's going to think, oh, well, I would do it this way or this or that. Everybody has an opinion, right? You know what they say about opinions? They're like, you know what? We've all got one, right? Well, as far as I know. But anyway, so let's yeah, that's the thing. Like you want to you want proof of that, start a YouTube channel. You get comments, some of these comments, it's like, I mean, I love you, most of you. I mean, great, especially those of you who are this far in a reading. You're the ones who are so kind to me, and I appreciate you so much. But you'd be surprised some of the comments I get where people are just so like, you should do this and you should do that. And I'm like, well, why don't you start a channel and I'll go over there and I'll give you some advice, like, but that's different than feedback. I'm not talking about when you leave feedback like, oh, I like this kind of reading or I like this. I'm talking about like just flat out mean criticism, like it's just, or no one tells me about my life. Well, then don't tune in, don't tune in then if you don't want someone telling you about, possibilities. I have to laugh sometimes. Sorry. I don't know. I don't want to get off track. Sorry about that. All right, here we go. So, but my point is that we have to have thick skin. And anytime we go out of our comfort zone and we're new at something, or anytime we're just doing what we love and we're being public with it, people are going to criticize, and that should not stop you. It hasn't stopped me. Okay. It shouldn't stop you either. Um, let's see here. Collaboration, support, and union here with partnership. So this could have to do with love or career. A significant relationship is going to be forged, and that'll help you expand your growth. This could be maybe you're working with a mentor, or you're the mentor or the teacher. You're getting some new education, okay? But there is something here. Maybe you're even getting some tips of someone else in the business you want to be in, or maybe you're the one training people now. But there is something there about this, about a role changing or an important relationship coming in. And it doesn't have to be romantic. I guess it can be actually, but and then you have one last move. So you've come far on your journey, keep going, and you'll soon see what you've accomplished. I was definitely getting a one last move energy. Like you just have one bit more. So this is like you're almost there. You're so close. Like I said, I think a lot of you can feel it, right? And it's like you're on this one more, like I said, it could be a hurdle to get over, a bridge to cross, right? Stumbling block or stepping stone, right? And then you have this fox here with cleverness. So this is about being quick-witted, crafty, and skillful. This could be someone you encounter, or maybe this is your energy. So carefully craft your next move, right? Plan, like the Five of Swords, to use the problem to your advantage. Your cleverness will serve you well. And bottom of the deck, you have divine wisdom, or divine vision. Divine vision. Get out of your own way, discard your projected outcomes, and allow yourself to see beyond. This is a positive focus in looking deeper. Okay. I do get some of you, what's been unclear will now be clear. All right, so keep going step by step, and it will lead you to the destinations that maybe you haven't even considered. Okay, these are hidden blessings too for some. All right, let's see. Let's get a few love messages. This is the True Love Messages Oracle by Midnight Oracle. Oh, and it's mixed with Andromeda Skies Silent Heart Love Oracle. All right, so we have two. I'm battling inner demons and unhealthy habits and behaviors. Oh, so some of you are dealing or have somebody in your energy, possibly that's, or this could be you, and this is like kind of like that unspoken, well, the silent heart message is sort of the message that's not being said right now. Or unless somebody maybe actually told you this already and you're on my mind. So for some of you, yeah, you're on somebody's mind and they have their own challenges they're dealing with. We all have them. And then we have holding back. Someone else could have something going on where someone's holding back. Oh, and what would they say, right? What are they saying? They're inspired by you. You've been an inspiration to them and they want to learn more, or they have more to learn. Oh, look, I'm sorry. I don't want to get, but I want a new beginning with you. So someone that you inspire could be holding back. They feel maybe they're not quite at your maturity level or something, or the success level you're at, or, but they want that new beginning. So that's up to you if you do it. And then somebody says they're saying they're done playing games. This could be someone who did hurt you or play games. But you have final say, right? You decide. Let's get another meant to be. Okay, so this could be some sort of happy relationship. No one compares. And one more. Still hoping. Oh, I actually feel as though this is like after so many years, you're still together. So there's still that. It's like you're really good for each other. You balance each other out. And I mean, look at the connection here. I can't get over how it's like really, I see these as like one. So there's some unity here. That's a good relationship. So, and again, these don't have to be romantic in any way. Okay, I think that's it for those. We already have our animals of swan, koala, panther, and blue booby. And let me get actually, we're gonna do our numbers. I thought of maybe getting out a color deck, but we already have so many messages here. That I feel as though we're good. Let's see. We're going to get two different numbers. I think we'll get 2121. What do you know? A test of your balance. So many of these cards had to do with balance. So stay the course and remember your worth. And one more number, please. If you enjoy this reading, please do hit that like button, subscribe, totally free. Consider becoming a member. I have added members only content, like videos, or at least a video so far. So that is $3.99 a month, and you'll have access to things that not everyone has access to. But again, subscribing and liking, commenting is all free. Sign of protection, 333. Your angels guide you to the right path. That's what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I'm wishing you all a fantastic week.